Hello, beautiful people. How are you? Welcome to the first episode of this Knitting and Crochet Journal. I'm sorry, I have to repeat, and I will repeat this in all episodes that English it's not my natural language, so I promise that I will do my best to communicate with you and that you can understand me everything you need. So if you have any question about what I'm talking to you, about what things I'm sharing, or maybe you don't understand something, you can leave me a comment here in comments. So I will try to answer you very soon as possible. So welcome to this new episode. My name is Cecilia Losada. You can find me on Instagram as CeciLoDesigner. And in Ravelry, I'm Cecilia Losada. As you know, I'm from Argentina, but I'm living in Spain 20 years ago. I'm Spanish also. I have double nationality. So I'm happy about this. So let me introduce about what are my plans for this week and what are one of my latest designs that maybe you will like it. I hope so. So let's go. This next weekend, I will go to Barcelona Knits Festival. I love to go to this festival because it was the first festival in my life of yarn festivals that I went. It was the first one. So my first experience with this kind of festivals was in Barcelona Knits a lot of years ago. So I don't know. I have just a special I don't know how to say it. I have a special sense about this festival in my heart. So I like a lot when this yarn party comes to town every year. So this year I don't have any workshop at the festival, but if you are around it, maybe you will find me on Saturday at 5 p.m. I will be at Pascuali stand in Pascuali Yarns because I will make like a little, I don't know, yarn taste about their yarns. And I have a lot of experience with Pascuali yarns because a lot of my designs are working are working with their yarns. And I like a lot because they are yarns that are very luxury yarns, but not for that, just for the philosophy that they have about working with the yarns, with natural fibers, also with the people that produce their fiber, and also with the animals. And they have also a very good options of vegetables yarns that are very good also. I like a lot. So if you are there this weekend, you can find me there or maybe walking around the festival. So in this episode, in episode 1 of this journal, let me share you some of the inspirations for my for this journal, obviously. And I want to introduce you this vest that is called the Emery Vest. I don't know if you can see it. It's a beautiful vest. This is designed by Joji Locatelli. She is also from Argentina. I'm sure that you know her. And she was one of the first designers that I take a workshop to start with my designs also. So I'm always very grateful about her work because she inspired me a lot. And obviously I'm proud because she's Argentinian, also like me. So Argentina. So this one I finished this project I have here my Ravelry project. I finished this project, let me see, on May of this year of 2024. And for this one, I use different yarns that I used to have in my stash. And I use Rico Design Essential Super Kid Mohair Silk. Wow, that's a very long name. And also I use from Earth Yarns the Harvest Worsted. And I just mix both yarns and I use both at the same time. I know that you can see the work, it's beautiful. And this is my vest that I finished on May. I like a lot to work about this vest. Obviously, sometimes I like to knit for me some things. And this was one vest that when Joji shared a pic on her Instagram, I said, oh my God, I want to knit this vest. I want to use it. And when she published the pattern, I think that I just buy it and just start to knit it. That happens to me very often, because I always have work. I have to also knit and crochet my own designs. So I don't know. This was love for the first view. I don't know how to say in English, but I think that you can understand me. So I did this one on size 3, and as always, and in all Joji patterns, I like a lot to knit her patterns because she's very good at writing instructions. And when I follow her instructions, I always have good results. And I have other designs from her that I knit also. And that's one thing that I can say, that she writes very well instructions. And even, I don't know, if you don't know how to knit, if you don't have a super level as a knitter, even that you can knit maybe a more complex design as this one that is full of cables. But I don't know, she's very clearly writing the instructions, and you can follow the instructions very well. So if you are a brave knitter, you can knit this one and you will love it. Next thing I want to share you, I'm sorry, there is a little flyer in the room, but next thing I want to share with you is some of my latest designs. As I told you before, I'm a crochet and knitting designer, so I work with both techniques. I started crocheting a long time ago, maybe since I have 15 years. But then when I start crocheting and I decide to start in this digital world about selling my patterns and everything, I was investigating maybe in 2014, it was 10 years ago. I started investigating about how I can sell my patterns, how can I create my patterns and everything. And I realized that there was very few information about crochet. So I started knitting and taking classes and online classes about knitting, about construction, about techniques, even how to write patterns and everything, because there were no information for crocheters. So I said, okay, maybe if I start with these courses, I can learn something and I can adapt to the crochet world. So then I fell in love with knitting, and I start also to designing knit sweaters and shawls and different things as coats, hats, everything. But I like more crocheting, I have to say it. And I have to say also that it's more difficult to write instructions for crocheters than for knitters. So let me show you my latest design in knitting. This is it's like a light sweater, maybe, I don't know how to name it. I will show you also different pictures here so you can see it better, because maybe I am trying to share with you this in the video, and maybe you can see how beautiful it is. Let me just make you first about the yarns that I use for this design. I used Nepal from Pascuali yarns. It's a beautiful fiber that now I will share with you some of the composition of this yarn and about the design. Just wait a minute. This is one skein from Nepal that I have in my stash. I'm sorry. I don't know why the camera is not focusing the yarn. Okay, now. Okay, there you have. It's organic cotton and linen. Very, very beautiful. It's natural, it's sustainable, and these are very luxury yarns. And as you can see, the composition is 60% organic cotton and 40% linen, and it's so soft. It's beautiful, beautiful. And they have a beautiful palette of different colors that you can choose whatever you like. Whatever is your style, you will find your color match. And this is a sweater that I designed. I was thinking about designing a very simple sweater for maybe for spring or for autumn. So this comes in a lot of sizes. It's very simple. You start by the neck, and then you have different, you have this construction of circular yoke, and you have different increases with the yarn over, so very easy. And then you have this Japanese knitting stitch to the body, for the body, sorry, and the arms are very simple also because you don't have any increase. Just you just knit and knit and knit and knit until you want. So if you want to make this sweater with short sleeves, you can make it, or with long sleeves as this one. So I hope you like it. You will love to knit it, and also you will love to wear it. So if you have a special discount for this pattern and maybe you want to knit it, the discount is lovely. The name is Lovely Sweater, and you will have a 10% of discount for knit this beautiful sweater if you want. All the notes and all the links about what I'm sharing with you in this episode, you will find it just down here in the description of this video. I have a second design and the latest one that I will share with you in this episode, that is called the Garabato sweater. I will try to share with you a knitted design and a crochet design in every episode. So maybe if you like some of these designs, I want you to know that all patterns are in English and also in Spanish. So maybe you can find some coincidence, or you can learn also to crochet or to knit in Spanish, and how we name all different things that maybe you never saw before. Maybe when you buy patterns from other designers, you only buy patterns in English and maybe in other languages. But I like a lot to have a special light in this and focus in this thing and in this opportunity that you have, that when you buy a designer a pattern that is in a lot of languages, remember that you can learn also from other cultures and how they named the different stitches and everything. And I think that it can be so rich for you. So this is the Garabato crochet sweater. This is for my crocheters. I hope you like it a lot. It's a very beautiful sweater also. And I like a lot the sweaters that are with circular yoke, but are made with 2 needles. And when I decide to design this sweater, I realized that there were so few sweaters with circular yoke for crocheters that I said, okay, I was working about this construction and how to make it yours to your body, and as I said before, for crocheters, there is not too much information of how to design for yourself or as a designer also. So I was working a lot in this design, and I find a formula. So maybe in the future you will find more designs with circular yoke with color work for crocheters, and I hope you love all designs. This one, I know that maybe the word garabato is not a common word for you because it's a Spanish word, and maybe in English we can say it as doodle. Maybe it could be a coincidence for this word. And it's when you have this, when you're when I was younger, I was a lot of time making these doodles when I was in the classroom and everything. And one day I was here in my studio thinking about what's my next design, and I was drinking my mate, that maybe in another episode I will speak with you about what is mate and what means for Argentinians. And I was drinking some mate, and in a moment I find myself just drawing doodles in a piece of paper, and I said, oh my God, this could be for a design. So I started thinking about this, and I said, okay, this is like drawing doodles, that in Spanish we said dibujar garabatos, drawing doodles. So this could be very, very, also very, I don't know, it could be a happy design, a sweater that when you wear it and when you see someone with this sweater, you just have a big smile. So I said, okay, I can do that. I can make a sweater that when you wear it, it gives you inspiration of have a big smile when you see yourself in the mirror with the sweater. I'm sorry for the noise of the street, you just don't hear it. And then I said, if you're walking on the street and you see someone that is wearing a sweater like this, I said, okay, I want a sweater that just makes smile everybody. And that's why I designed the Garabato sweater. So, and the original one is crocheted with this yarn that is from Rosario's Cuatro, is Balada. There you have it, Balada from Rosario's Cuatro. It's also an eco-friendly yarn. These are natural fibers. It's 80% wool and 20% silk. And they come in 50 grams skins, do you say? No, I don't know how you name it, balls, or I don't know. Sorry, but not sorry. And I know, it's a beautiful design also. I'm bright instructions for all sizes. So if you're a crocheter and you want something that makes you smile, you can just grab your pattern in my Ravelry store, and you have a special discount that I make for you. It's if you write Garabato on the coupon code, you will have a 10% of discount. So I will be very happy if you buy the pattern and you crochet this beautiful design. If you share with me the final project photograph, because I like a lot. Okay, so we are just in the final of this episode. I just want to practice more my English. I think that in every episode I will be more free about speaking in English. I hope you understand everything I was trying to share with you. And as I told you in the beginning, if you don't understand something, just leave me a comment, your question, and I will answer you as very soon as possible. If you want to have more information about what I was sharing with you in all this episode, you just have the notes and all the links here in the description of this video, here down. Or you can write me to my email. You have also here is my email, and you can write me and you can maybe say to me hello. So see you in the next episode, I hope very, very soon. Bye bye, see you there.